in the workplace, you can't focus on hiring for diversity without, or you can, but I don't think it'll work, without also looking at inclusion and what that means. And that's where the real good stuff is, right? In fostering a culture that is inclusive and helps people to feel safe, right? Helps people to feel safe enough to say, hey, I've been sober for 25 years. And no, or to say, hey, I have Tourette's.
And not just as a defense.
And not, right, exactly. And not be called a name, or I think that the symptoms of the exclusive culture that in general, I'm not saying every dealership in the, of the 18,000 dealerships, we've been talking about these symptoms for a long time. The first one is our turnover. People don't stay. The second one is women in our industry. We've been talking about how we need to have women in our industry forever, ad infinitum, right? Like we've been talking about that and turnover, and the needle just doesn't move. And after this paper that I wrote and doing all the research, and I've just realized these are the symptoms. These are the symptoms of exclusivity, and we need to do something about it because our generations that are coming, that's what they're going to want. And there really is a worker shortage. There's a worker shortage.
Especially now.
It's been coming. I've been talking about it for years. Nobody listens to me. I've been talking about it for years. We've known that it's coming, right? Because of just demographics. We've known we've had this big, giant boomer generation that's going to hit retirement age. We know how many Gen X's there are. I'm a Gen Xer. And small generation, millennial, great big generation, Gen Z, great big generation. We just don't have enough. Right now there's one job seeker, and this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, one job seeker for every job opening. That's slim pickings, right?
That's very slim pickings, but things are very funky now. I mean, I've had a couple of people no-show for job interviews and then still ask if I'd mark them down as a show because they really just wanted to do it for their unemployment. So that pisses me off.
They asked you to... I mean, unemployment, I don't even know they have to go on the interview. They just have to... I don't even know because I've never actually been...
I mean, where it was out like, hey, man, I was just doing it to apply for unemployment, to show I'm applying for jobs.
I mean, there are people who play that game, right? But pretty much if they're in Florida, I don't know, if you can live on $275, that's the most you can make on unemployment.
An hour?
A week.
No, I know it's terrible, but it's terrible.
But the pandemic, like it's that. I believe that, I don't know, I have maybe I have rose-colored glasses on. I also believe that people want to work, and I believe that people want to, there's always the outliers, right? But I don't like to judge a whole group by the actions of a few, right? I don't think that that's fair.
No, you're right. So the turnover in the female part that we've been talking about forever and haven't been able to move the needle. I've only been in 3 places. I'm with Chat Lead selling software and consultative services to car, boat, RV, legal, et cetera, for the last 10 years. But I was in dealerships for 27 years, 3 stores over like 10 years, and 7 years. Very, very low very low turnover. Forget about compared to the car business. I mean, like compared to workforces.
This has been Jeff Stearns, Connected Through Cars.